Hello students, once again I am back with some important questions of chapter Sorting Materials into Group of class 6. So let's start. So bring your pencil and notebook and do questions with me. So first of all, MCQs. The first one, what makes the basis of sorting material into groups? Why you differentiate the different material in different groups? So are it is only similarities? Are it is only differences, or both similarities and differences? So here the correct answer is C. We sort the material on both similarities and differences in the properties of material. So my correct answer is C. Now come to the next question. Which of the following material shows the property of hardness? Hardness. The first one is soft toy. It is not the correct answer. Pillow is again a soft. Wooden chair is a hard one. So my correct answer is B. So the correct answer of question number 2 is B. A oily thin paper sheet will be transparent or translucent or opaque, or it cannot be predicted. You take a piece of paper, put some oil drops there, and you will see that the oil drop, the place where the oil drop is poured, you can see things which are present behind that, but you could not see very clear. So the correct answer is B. So the correct answer is B. It is neither transparent nor opaque. It is translucent. So my answer is B. I hope you all have given this correct answer. Next one. The material through which we can see but not clearly. Again the answer is correct. That is a translucent. I hope it is clear. Now come to the next one. Which of the following material is not lustrous? What do you mean by lustrous? Lustrous means material that can shine. Lustrous means material that can shine. So gold also shine, silver also shine, diamond also shine. So the correct answer is D is the material that cannot shine. So my correct answer is C. Choose the opaque object. I hope you all know the meaning of opaque. Opaque means those objects through which we could not see behind it. For example, your wall, your wooden door, paper, these all are opaque. Why? Because we cannot see what is there behind that. So opaque object like air is opaque? No. From air we can see. Glass is an object? No. Water? Like what? From the water also we can easily see which are present inside it. Like नदियों में हमें दिखते हैं ना बड़े बड़े पत्थर पानी के नीचे. So that means water is not opaque. Water is transparent. Fine. So my correct answer is A. Charcoal. Charcoal is one of the form of coal. Koila. One of the form of coal. So it is opaque. So my correct answer is. Now come to the next one. Some of the short answer questions which are very important of this chapter. First one is, what do you mean by solubility? What do you mean by solubility? So solubility means होता है. What is solubility? Solubility means when any substance is soluble in water. Suppose my substance A is there, and if it is soluble in water, it is known as soluble, and this property is known as solubility. Whereas if I take the substance like sand, and if I put water in it, so it could not dissolve. Or if I take a chalk powder, it could not dissolve. So that means that substance is not soluble. So on the basis of solubility, we can divide substance in two parts. Either it is soluble or it is insoluble. So what is solubility? Solubility is that property. Fine. If you want to write, you can write. Solubility of a substance is that property in which maximum amount of substance can easily dissolve in a solvent. Fine. So that is known as solubility. Solubility means the substance can be easily dissolved in water. That makes it solubility. So what are soluble and insoluble substances? So substances which can be easily dissolved in water, they are soluble, whereas a substance which cannot be easily dissolved in water, so that is insoluble. So let's see. Substances which can be easily dissolved are called soluble substances. Like if you mix a sugar in water, it can be easily dissolved and form a transparent solution. That means that sugar is dissolved in water. Whereas if you take a salt is also soluble in water. Fine. But there are certain substances which does not dissolve in water. Fine. So when you mix sand or if you mix flour in water, they could not dissolve. So that means they are insoluble in water. I hope it is clear. Next one. What are the component of solution? Solution कैसे बनता है? How we can make the solution? So let's see what are the component of solution. So solution is formed by two things. One is solute, other is solvent. When we mix solute and solvent, solution is formed. So solute can be क्या क्या हो सकता है? Solute can be sugar, solute can be salt. But generally water we use at solvent. जो solvent होता है, that generally we use water. Fine. At times we use alcohol also for solvent, but ज़्यादातर generally we use water as solvent. So what are the two components of a solution are solute and solvent. Fine. Now next is, what are lustrous and non-lustrous? What are lustrous and non-lustrous? Let's see this one. So lustrous means those material which are shiny in appearance. If they are shiny in appearance, they are lustrous. For example, see, gold is shining, silver is shining. Whereas generally metals जो हमारे घर में होते हैं, they all are shiny generally. Fine. So they all are lustrous. Like you can see your utensils, they are lustrous. Gold bangles, silver bangles, jewelry, diamond, they all are shiny, so they are lustrous. Whereas there are certain substances which are around you which are not lustrous, like your bed is not shining, your chair is not shining. Fine. So they are known as non-lustrous. So non-lustrous means they do not shine. For example, wood and non-metal generally do not shine. Now come to the next one. Differentiate between miscible and immiscible. See, there is a very important term. These two words are made especially for liquids. Miscible liquids are those liquids which can easily dissolve in each other. Fine. Whereas immiscible liquids are those liquids which could not dissolve and they form a separate layer. Let's see. See, miscible liquid are those liquids that can mix together like water and ethanol. Ethanol means your alcohol, spirit, your sanitizer. If you take a sanitizer mixed with water, it can easily mix. Fine. So they are miscible liquid. When two liquid mix, it is known as miscible. This term miscibility is used for liquids only. Whereas immiscible liquids are those liquids which could not dissolve and form a separate layer. For example, you can do this activity, very easy one. You take a glass of water, put some oil drops in it. You will see that the oil drops remain float on the surface of water. It never dissolves. Same if you put petrol or diesel or kerosene oil in water, it remains float on the surface of water. That means that it is not dissolved in water, hence it is known as immiscible. So immiscible means it could not dissolve in water, whereas miscible liquid can easily dissolve in water. I hope with this diagram it is clearly seen that all three could not dissolve and they form a separate layer. So they are known as immiscible liquids. It is clear, I suppose. Now next one. Now come to the next one. So here we have done. So here we have done all the questions. Solubility also. What is soluble and insoluble? What are the components of solution? What are lustrous and non-lustrous? Difference between miscible and immiscible liquids. Now let's come to certain questions, which is a very important one. What do you mean by transparent, translucent and opaque object? So, transparent. Now the first one, again a very easy one. Transparent is that object through which we can see clearly. Like, can you see this child? This child can easily see. The third one, this you can easily see the face of this child. So this one is a transparent. In the second case, you can see the face but it is little bit blur. So transparent can be your glass, can be water, fine, air, they all are transparent through which we can see things clearly. Fine. Whereas when you come to the second one, glasses, fog, they are the best example of butter paper. They are the best example of translucent. In the second case, you can see the boy's face but it is not clearly seen. Whereas in the third one, you cannot see even the boy's face. That means it is a opaque one. So opaque objects are those objects through which you cannot see anything. Why? Because light cannot enter through it. Fine. So materials which do not allow light to pass through them completely, they are known as opaque object. So light when completely pass through it, it is transparent. Light can pass but partially, little bit, partially. So it is translucent. Whereas light could not pass through it, it is opaque. These are the some very important questions of your chapter, sorting material into groups. I hope you understood it well. If you want, you can write in your. Let's draw two diagrams which are again a very important one. First one is a lustrous and non-lustrous. So in case of lustrous, you can draw your jewelry, your bangle, you can draw a diamond. Fine, you can draw diamond. Fine. And in case of non-lustrous, you can draw your book. Fine, you can draw your book, you can draw a piece of log, you can draw. Fine, a piece of wood you can draw. Fine. Now, come to the next one, a solution. In case of solution, what you draw? You take a piece of, you take bowl and inside the bowl you can write here sugar. Then you take a beaker. Inside the beaker there is a water. Write here water. And in the third one, you can mix it. Make a small spoon. That shows that you are mixing, and here it is which solution it is. So you can write here sugar solution. Fine. So in this way you can see that solute is added. This is solute. This is solute. This one is solvent, and here you have made a solution. So by this we have made a solution now. So I hope it is clear and you have done all the work with me. Thank you so much for watching, bachcho.